Monday morning, Daily Bible Time, and it was great yesterday. Fantastic to be reopening church for us at Village Church after 15 weeks of the building being closed on Sundays. Now, we're opening Job chapter 29 this morning after the majestic reflective poem of chapter 28 that we looked at church on Sunday. We are back in chapter 29 on the rubbish heap where Job has been sitting for months, but actually it's Job this time remembering his life before the disaster, looking back to the good old days, and it's pretty hard at first to work out what to make of this chapter. First, Job is yearning for friendship, relationship with his God. Verse 4, I was in my prime when the friendship of God was on my tent, when the Almighty was yet with me, when my children were all around me. And then he speaks of having dignity at the city gates. Verse 7, I went out to the gate of the city where I prepared my seat in the square. The young men saw me and they withdrew. The aged men rose and stood. Why was he honoured by them? Well, verse 14, I put on righteousness and it clothed me. My justice was like a robe and a turban. I was eyes to the blind, feet to the lame. I was father to the needy, and I searched out the cause of him who I did not know. Now, Job, he's looking back, but there's a sense that those days come again when God affirms him as his honoured servant and restores his greatness in Job chapter 42. Now, just note, in this chapter, Job is not longing for material or psychological blessing. What he's longing for most of all is friendship and right relationship with God. Ash notes the delight of walking with friendship with God and the delight of ruling God's world God's way. I mean, that's actually precisely what was given to Adam in creation. And to remember experiencing an echo of that human delight and dignity is to remember experiencing something that approximates on a local scale exactly what Adam had been promised on a global scale. Then finally from Ash, there's a foreshadowing. These longings ultimately find their yes in Jesus, who walked faithfully in relationship with his Father and administered justice God's way. What Job experiences in a local sense in Job 29, Adam had been given before the fall, Christ will fulfill in a cosmic sense, and what Christ fulfills in a cosmic sense, all who are in Christ will experience ultimately. Job's longings are in tune with the creation's order and redemption's promise. They contain the glimmer of future hope. Do join us tomorrow for Daily Bible Time.